What is up, everybody? My name is Wes, and this is Top Shelfers. Today, we are going to rank all of Edgar Wright's movies from worst to best in ultimate tier list fashion. Now, before we get into this, I want to give a shout out to Gambit Rat Pack. Nice list, Edgar Wright's movies. Um, so shout out to you. You're the reason why I'm doing this list. So if anyone else has any suggestions, please leave them below. I would love to jump into your either favorite directors or an actor or whatever else you guys want me to rank. So today I am very excited to do this one because I think it's going to be a tough one and probably one that gets a lot of reaction as far as my opinion versus your opinion type stuff. So, first and foremost, I think that A Fistful of Fingers is obviously the worst movie he's done, which is fine. It's still kind of funny. Just, I feel like he was trying to, learn who he was as a director, and it doesn't really stand the test of time. And I don't even know. It took me a while to even find where I could watch this movie. After that, things get a little interesting. So, I finally watched World's End or The World's End, because I remember I saw this on a list I did earlier this month and I didn't know what it was, but now I realize it's more Simon Pegg and the gang, Simon Pegg and Nick Frost and all those guys who just make absolute magic when they're on the screen together. Now, I personally think subjectively the best movie or the best thing on this list is probably the Sparks Brothers documentary. However, I think that for the sake of ranking movies, I'm going to put it at 7. It was done really well, and it's a really good documentary, but I'm not a documentary ranker. I don't know what to look at to make a good documentary. It was very good, and I understand why it has such high praise, but not really my wheelhouse. So, and then we get into the thick of it with everything else. So, I don't even know where to begin, to be honest with you. I think that I really liked Last Night in Soho. I did. But compared to everything else, I just don't think it's as good. I really did have fun with it, and I love the aesthetic of the movie. Like, that's right up my alleyway. I love the neon lights and bright colors, like the dark blues and the reds and, all that type of stuff. But I think just compared to the rest of this, it's not as good. Number 5, I think I'm going to have to give to The World's End. It's the weakest of the other two Simon Pegg and Nick Frost movies. Still good, still enjoyable, but I just don't think quite ranks up against him, right? And then I think this is where maybe the most controversial decision is going to go, because I know a lot of people absolutely love this movie. And I'm not saying that I don't, but I think it's a little bit out of... I almost want to put it... I contemplating it putting it 6, but I think that it's a better movie than that. It's a better movie than these two, and I don't know why I'm not, a huge fan of this, because everything about it I should be, but that's Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I just... There's there's charm to it for sure. And I like the idea, but there's something that I can't quite put it in words why I am not a huge fan of it. And I really almost want to put it at there, but it's not deserving of that. And I can't put into words what it is that I dislike about it. But it's still good. I don't know. Maybe it's Michael Cera. he just is such a interesting actor. Maybe it's the idea of the movie. I don't know, but and then we got the top three, which are very hard: Baby Driver, Hot Fuzz, and Shaun of the Dead. And this is tough because for me, I mean, Baby Driver's phenomenal. I was so blown away with how much I enjoyed that movie. I went in thinking that it was going to be dumb and silly, and it blew me away through and through. It's just so uniquely itself, and so it has so much of Edgar Wright's flair in it. I don't know. It was so good. And then you got Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead, and those two are easily some of the best comedy movies ever made. I'll say it. I think Simon Pegg and Nick Frost in a movie is a dynamic duo that will stand the test of time. Hot Fuzz, funny enough, for you Game of Thrones fans, if you go revisit Hot Fuzz, it has the Hound in it. Hold on. Back when he wasn't as famous and he didn't look like the Hound. He was the fucking whatchamacallit. Yeah, this guy. The YARP guy. Like, look at that. Oh, that's funny. Seasons 1 through 4, or 1 through 6, and 7 and 8. Such a drastic difference of what he looks like, bald and no facial hair. See, God, it's tough because I think, and I always like talk shit about this, but I think Shaun of the Dead is a better movie, a better made movie. I think I enjoy Hot Fuzz more. But the question is, do I enjoy them more than Baby Driver? Do I enjoy one more than Baby Driver? Do I not enjoy them more than Baby Driver? That's the question. That is where we're at and where the dilemma is. Because, like, if I did this, am I mad about it? If I put Baby Driver at 1 and Hot Fuzz at 2 and Shaun of the Dead at 3, am I mad about that decision? I'm mad that Scott Pilgrim is right below Shaun of the Dead because really it should be like, the gap should be like something like that. But then again, that kind of like makes me think like, am I just putting Scott Pilgrim versus the World there just to appease people? Because I really do my best not to do that. And I really am kind of thinking like I might just put Scott Pilgrim like right there. I think we're gonna do that. Don't at me. I'm sorry. If you love Scott Pilgrim, I understand why. I 100% understand why people love that movie, right? Just not for me. Damn. I don't know, guys. I think I'm gonna do this. I think I'm gonna put Shaun of the Dead at first, Baby Driver at second, and Hot Fuzz at 3. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So there's my list. Edgar Wright's movies ranked from worst to best. We have a fistful of fingers. We're putting in the Sparks Brothers because it's listed and whatever, but realistically that one probably would be 1 or 2. But documentary, I'm not going to put it up there. Then we have Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I always forget if it's Last Night in Soho, The World's End, Hot Fuzz, Baby Driver, and Shaun of the Dead. Let's see if there's any community ranks. There is no community ranks. Let me pull up They're tomatonators, rotten tomatoes. Hold on. Let's see how we line up. Okay. Do. Oh, we cooked, I think. We actually cooked. So they have Last Night in Soho at 7. Oh, they must not have Fistful of Fingers on here, which is fine. Oh, what happened to my list? Must have screwed up when I added the extra ones to be funny. So they had Last Night in Soho at 7. Scott Pilgrim vs. World at 6. They actually had it lower than I thought they would. Interesting. At World's End at 5. Hot Fuzz at 4. Shaun of the Dead at 3. Interesting. So they had Baby Driver higher. So it must be, yeah, the Sparks Brothers at 1. So really, I almost matched them. Kinda. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. If you agree or disagree with me. If you made it this far, please drop a sub. We're trying to hit 1,000 and we're going to do a giveaway. And like always, let's talk about it in the comments. I always appreciate the banter and the back and forth on why you agree or disagree with me. Outside of that, have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.